Should we talk about how I got cut from Jonathan Ross?
Yeah.
How do you feel about that? Were you emotional?
Oh.
Did you cry?
I didn't cry. I was like, when I got the email saying like, they were like, oh, we didn't have any time. We didn't have enough time to put you into the program. I was kind of relieved because it's a 30-second clip.
Yeah.
And I think the bit I did would have been better in a longer bit. I think I'm happy with it. I've done, it's good experience anyway. Like, I've done 2 TV stand-up things where it hasn't made it onto TV because I've been like either a backup on one of them or in this one when they said, we haven't got enough time. And I was like, oh, actually relieved.
Did you think it's because they thought you were Ishan?
Well, that is the problem with both our careers, really, that we get confused for each other. I remember there was like when in Edinburgh, someone from the BBC came up to Ishan and went, you were really great on the Richard Herring podcast. And he was like, I wasn't on it. And they went, that is what you would say. So they mixed us up. But I think even Asian people mix us up.
Really?
Yeah. Like on the Asian network, because we do a radio show on there. Like we get our producers call us by each other's names.
That's so bad.
Yeah.
You've been doing that for ages as well.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, and they're like, they just like mix us up.
That's just personal.
Yeah.
It just feels like
And also,
yeah,
Ishan is very much the dancer, and like.
Yes, he's very much the dancer, and I'm not.
You're not. You're just very. I'm still waiting for the video. Please do post one.
Oh yeah, that one.
Yeah.
You are a good dancer, actually.
Don't tell people that.
Secretly.
Secret dancer.
You secretly dance.
That's why I
in
live here on
private.
my own, because I like to just dance. I like to dance like nobody's watching.
Or in this flat, no one is
with,
watching.
with the curtains
Unless you open up the windows.
Yeah, so they are.
Have you
Never
been
open a window.
Have you been spying on your neighbours?
Yeah, I do spy on them because across the road is their workshops. Students are doing fashion stuff in there.
Oh, okay.
So you can see them making things. But they never look in. They never look in at me, even though I'm staring at them for ages, just thinking, will they look at me?
They know that you're watching them. That's
they
what's
won't-
happening.
they
They
won't
know,
even
and
look,
they're
and I'm
like,
just like,
that
come
weird
on.
guy is staring again, and we're just trying to sew our tops.
They don't give a single shit. They're just
They
like...
do. You're really unnerving them.
I'm not unnerving
Yeah.
them.
if anyone here is listening that goes to, what school is it? Central St Martin's?
It's London College
School
of Fashion. I think.
I'm sorry. He's harmless. I can't guarantee.
The thing is, thank you, because I can't say I'm harmless.
Yeah.
You have to say
And
it for
then
me.
tomorrow
Yeah.
we'll see this on the front page of the Sun.
What have I done? Man staring at students.
Yeah.
That is creepy, though.
Are you just trying to get some kind of connection going?
No, I'm just like looking at them because I'm so absorbed with what they're doing. I'm like, what are they doing? And then they never look at me, but I am definitely looking at them. Because you have people have
sounds
a,
so
It's
wrong.
really wrong. I
Sounds
think.
so wrong,
but whenever
mate.
you look
Stop
at,
it.
Whenever you look at anyone in the street for longer than a couple of seconds, they do sense that, don't they?
Yeah.
But I think maybe I'm behind a window. They can't really see. Maybe it's like the
Are
reflection.
you fully dressed?
Always.
Okay, great, good. You just
Always
have to
fully
check that,
dressed
yeah.
in this house.
Well, when you say fully dressed, do you mean with a robe on?
I actually don't own a robe.
Oh.
If I
No, I
imagine you
don't.
always wearing a robe, I think I just realised every time I have a mental image of you, you are wearing a robe.
Well, when I moved into
And
this place, I
slippers.
downsized a lot, got rid of all my robes.
I'm not gonna lie, I could see you doing your stand-up just in a
robe.
row.
Yeah,
I know,
think
yeah,
that with
it
a
does
pipe.
have that vibe, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like, he has just walked out of bed and onto this stage.
Yeah.
How many robes did you have?
I had 3.
3, and you got rid of
One-
all of them.
Well, I had one silk one with a dragon on the back.
Oh.
Which
What are
was
you trying to
like
pimp
hip
out?
length. It was hip length.
No, I think that's good. That's good. That's God.
Your hip hop fantasy.
Yeah. it
With
was that.
bitches just hanging around.
But really short, just like aggressively short. But I had to get rid of it because, I just didn't need... I wasn't wearing it. Like, I really liked this move I've done because I've got rid of so much stuff and I feel like so much better about it. And I went to... Because I'm moving again, I went to this new flat and there are all these like trinkets and like nice objects. Like there's 2 ladies living in this flat where I'm moving to, and there's loads of nice things, but it just stressed me out immediately. I was like, if I have that many little things, I'd be just like worrying about them all the time.
But do you think you don't deserve to have nice things?
No,
Is that the problem?
No, I do have nice things, but I just don't want the stuff that like you like.
You like things to have a purpose. You're very practical.
Or are you just worried
Yeah.
about breaking them?
I'm worried about
Yes.
moving them. I'm worried about having
Your
to
big
move them
arms
and
are going to
pack
get in the
them.
way, and you're going to
My
knock them
big
over. Your big gangly
No.
arms.
Yeah, take note. I've got big arms.
Who are you saying that to, Elliot?
I don't know. I thought that was cool
down the camera.
to down the lens.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
But I've got weak
Yeah.
arms. I've got very weak arms.
I didn't mean strong. Sorry, I meant more like. Sorry, I think I have to clarify. I didn't mean you have strong arms. I mean just like.
Ow!
You know what I mean? Like
You're
they're just
actually hitting
bashing
me.
all over the place.
I
Like,
don't.
they're
I
just
actually
as
have
you turn, they
control over my
bash.
move. You're the one who doesn't control your weight.
That's true. That is true. Have we actually?
We've started.
We've started the podcast, but we haven't introduced our guest.
Please
at
introduce
all.
our guest, Harriet.
Please welcome Sikisa to the podcast. I feel
Thanks
like
for
we should
coming.
clap. We don't
Thanks
have
for having me. I'm already having a blast. I'm so happy.
It's so nice to see you. That's what's good because we're working, so we can hang out because it's work.
It's work.
Well, this is
It is
yeah.
work.
It's work.
Trust me, Snell. This is work.
Don't breathe on me.
So oh no, that is actually stressful.
Is it?
Yeah, I don't know.
Can't wait to be able to breathe on people again.
Oh, I can't wait. How have
Don't you have a husband? Don't you breathe on him?
I breathe on him all the time.
Breathe on Bobby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bobby.
He actually told me that I had he told me I had bad breath and I tell him all the time, like for the
Yeah.
last 8 years, like constantly, and he told me, and it actually really hurts when someone says that to you.
But then he's probably the only person you get close enough to have your breath
Yeah.
smelled by.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not bad
especially at
enough
the
for me to
moment.
smell. Can you
Yeah.
smell it?
No, I can't
No,
smell
it was in the morning. I brushed my teeth. I brushed my teeth
Well, it's
now.
morning
That's
breath,
fine.
isn't
It's
it?
morning breath, I know.
Morning
But
breath.
he was like turning away, and I was like, "Why are you turning away?" And he was like, "I didn't want to say, but
You got a mouth like an
you-
ashtray because of all the fags you smoke.
I don't shut up. He
Cut
keeps trying
that.
to say that I smoke so that my mum.
Sorry, Fifi. Oh, she doesn't. Does
You
she still
don't have
listen?
to cut that, Elliot.
Harriet's
It's
mum
fine.
listens to our podcast.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's lovely.
Yeah.
My mum doesn't give a fuck what I do.
Will your
She
parents?
doesn't. Unless I'm on the TV, she doesn't give a... She's like, no.
You live with your mum though, so maybe it's like she's had enough of you. You know what I mean? Like I think if I was with my mum, then she'd be like, "Okay, I see enough of her. I don't need to listen to her."
No, my mum is always complaining that she doesn't see enough of me.
Really?
Yeah,
Of course,
always.
'cause
You're so
yeah,
busy.
yeah.
Yeah, because I was like before, obviously COVID. I was always out. Like I literally was
Yeah.
out of the house, went to work, and then came back after the second, third job, if you want to call it that. Then come back until like 1 o'clock, 12 o'clock
Yeah.
at night. So she would hardly ever see me, and she's always complaining that I never get to see you. Da, 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 da. Well, you never stay home.
What would you do if you were at home with her? Like, what's she? Just some. personal
Well,
time?
obviously during COVID, we had to be at home with my parents, and that was.
It's been a long year.
It's been a long year. Okay?
I think my favourite thing I saw on your social media accounts. So if you go on Sikisa's social media accounts, was it on Instagram maybe? I think that you put your dad. Yeah, so Sikisa's dad bought a personal sauna.
Yeah.
I haven't seen this.
It's a-
you don't see it.
It's
yeah.
a personal sauna. Basically, you sit on a chair and then put a small tent around you with your head poking out the
You
top.
don't even sit on a chair. He's kneeling in it. He's kneeling in it. And this has probably been the biggest thing that's come out of COVID in terms of my household is that how he came home with this indoor sauna, which
Amazing.
is basically like a pop-up tent, like Sunil says, the silver pop-up tent. And I was just like, number one, we're in a 2-bedroom flat in Stockwell. Why do you need an indoor sauna? And then he had it on, and I came in, and it was just like steam everywhere in the living room. Like I was steamed, had to wipe off my glasses. And I was just like, why do you need this? And he's kneeling it in it.
Yeah,
just
he's not comfortable.
He's
He's
not
not
comfortable at
comfortable.
all. It's like got a little hole where you poke in the kettle for. It's just like,
And there's a little hat. There's a little hat he wears.
there's a
as
little
well.
hood hat.
Little hood
I'm like, if
hat.
it was white, like
Yeah,
if the
it'd
thing was
be-
white, it'd be a different look.
My question is like, can you fit someone else in and get two heads
Nah.
poking out the top? No, it's
No.
very
It's
much
very
an
small.
individual.
It's very much a one-person sauna.
Like, I immediately looked up the reviews of it online, and people were like, "This is amazing. This is an amazing thing.
Big
I can
fan
just
base.
be in my I can just be in my own little sauna."
Oh no, it's just. I'm just like, why would you need that?
So you guys are just hanging out at home, so like just watching TV or something, and then your dad is in the corner in his own private
Not even in the
sauna.
corner. He's in the middle of the living room.
So you have to look past him to get.
Yeah. So I've literally just come from my bedroom from doing my staying at home work day, and he's just in the living room, in the middle of the living room, just with the silver tent hood on,
Like a little train.
just watching TV, just with this. I was just like, what is going on in my household?
Amazing. Is he still using it?
He's used it once, and that was it.
Really?
And then he bought a drone. He bought a drone.
Yeah.
He's used that about apparently like 4 or 5 times.
Your dad. I
Needs to go back to
identify
work.
with that. I think that's nice.
He needs to go back to work. My dad. He needs to go back to work.
What's he done with the drone?
The drone is still in the house. I don't know where he keeps it, but because we live near the MI5, I have to say this because I keep saying MFI.
Yeah.
MI5. Our park where he plays it, which is opposite our flat, there's a boundary that you can't fly the drone because it will say you can't fly the drone past this.
Where's it
and
say
I'm
that?
wondering it's because
On the app or something?
yeah, on the app. So on his phone, it will pop up saying you can't fly around this area. It's restricted.
Wow.
I think it's because we live near the MI5.
wanna
Which is
fly
by
the drone
Vauxhall,
into
isn't
yeah,
it?
yeah, we live near
What
Vauxhall.
happens
Yeah.
if you fly? Do you think they shoot it down?
I think
No.
they shoot it down, and
They
I'm
shoot
wondering.
you.
really
I
want
was
to
just
find
like,
you.
fly it. I was like, fly it. Go.
See what happens.
Fly
see
it.
what happens. What about birds?
What if you just throw a drone at them?
What?
That's
Yeah,
just a
maybe not, they
ball. I
shoot.
think it's fine.
Yeah, ball's fine.
Yeah.
Do you think they shoot birds that go over? What if it's a spy bird? Because they could have a bird, then you could put a camera on the bird.
Well, apparently that's the theory is. Have you not heard this conspiracy theory about birds?
No.
That came out. They said they want everyone to stay indoors for COVID because they want to replace the batteries in all the birds which are spying on us.
Who said that?
It's just online.
Oh, what? Oh my God, are you on Reddit and stuff?
No, I just heard it on Twitter.
Oh,
heard it
Twitter.
on Twitter?
No.
Not Twitter.
Not Twitter.
So now it's going on some dodgy websites.
Not Twitter.
This is my burner Twitter account. I've got a burner account.
Have you got? Do you stalk people on it?
No, I don't stalk it. I follow stuff that is non-comedy, and it's just like interesting
Like
stuff.
5G hoax
Like
websites.
5G hoax,
Conspiracy
cryptocurrency. Yeah.
Conspiracy theories and all that.
Nah, I've never really got into conspiracy theories. Like they're quite. I like the ones I sort of am slightly interested in. Is like, were the Egyptians aliens? Like that kind of thing. You know, like the ancient Egypt.
You know, like real.
You know, like the
real
normal,
ones.
like
yeah,
where, like Stargate. Where did that come from?
What
know what I'm
about Stonehenge?
Yeah, like was that aliens? Do you know what I mean? Ancient aliens. I'm
How could
interested
it
in
not
that.
have been? They're very heavy. I drove past it the other day.
No one knows how they did it.
They're very big bricks.
They've got bowls in ancient Egypt that they found that cannot even be made with modern technology.
But why did we lose that technology? That's what I don't understand.
Aliens came and gave us the bowls and then left.
Are we actually talking about aliens right now?
Sorry, yeah. So do you cry much? Or?
About aliens.
I'm gonna cry now about aliens.
I have
Like
cried
E.T.
about aliens before out of fear when I was a child. 12.
Right. Do you want to tell us before we? Do you,
What?
You
Let
cried
it
when you-
out. Let it
Yeah,
out.
let it
Harriet.
out.
No, it was more. Well, my friends just started. I think I've talked about this before. My friends started talking about the universe at a sleepover, and then talking about aliens and like whether, like, we mattered, and then I just burst into
That
tears
does always get you, doesn't it? If we
because
matter or
yeah,
not.
it's just because it just felt really bleak, and then it also really
Yeah.
scary because what's out there.
Yeah, well, we
Is
don't know.
something
That's
you relate to.
yeah. Well, now look what you've done.
You're not saying anything.
Well,
stupid yet.
I'm a big superhero fan and comic books fan.
Yeah.
So, like, obviously, like, the galaxy is an interesting concept for me about what is actually is there.
So you're
life on Mars?
excited by it.
I'm a more like who wants to be a superhero? Who's going to become a superhero? That's what I want. Like a meteor to hit Earth and someone to turn into like.
Really?
I could see
I
you being a
hope it's not
superhero.
you.
Thank
No,
you.
he'd be so lazy. He'd
What?
just.
What would your
you'd
name
get-
be? Lazy boy.
And
Lazy boy.
That's
And
a
he'd have the chair, yeah.
That's a nice chair.
You'd get the call though, and rather than like run outside, you just go, and like you'd be really annoyed to have to
then
go
you-
save someone.
and then you just not call, but send someone a voice note.
Yeah,
Be
yeah, I
like,
wouldn't type it.
You're like, yo, dude, there's a crime going on down the road. Can you go pick it up for me?
Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, I'll text. Yeah. No, I think I've had this conversation before. Like, what would my superhero power be that I'd want? And I think it would be to see 10 minutes into the future and no more.
That's so stupid.
Because that's enough, I think.
You're not quick enough to deal with that though, because you're quite slow. So by the time you,
Because then it's like, oh, this plane's going to crash over there and be like, I can't make it. I can't do anything about that.
But then
call
what's the point of
somebody.
that?
call somebody.
Because what I can do is like,
Then why don't you see
No.
half an hour? You could do something.
Because what I can do is like, all
You
right,
just have the guilt of knowing.
So again, you're going back to being lazy boy.
it's because I can be like, all right, which horse is going to win this race in the next
Oh,
5
so for
minutes?
personal good, that's not a superhero. You're a villain.
10-1, make an easy £100 off that.
Yeah, that's you're using it to. You can't use your
Also,
powers
just
for
an
evil.
easy £100.
Aim higher.
I haven't got enough time to do an accumulator because that's only 1 or 2 races. So yeah, it means there's less responsibility, but there's enough power to make yourself powerful. It's very clever.
What would your superhero power be?
Don't say 15 minutes.
11.
I think I would like to be able to read minds.
No,
It's
no.
dangerous, but you'd have to be so confident to read someone's mind, because I would read someone's mind and then there'd be some crucial information, but then I'd read something about what they thought about me and then I'd be really hurt.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be able to do anything about it because I'd be dealing with the hurt about hearing the thing.
Yeah.
I think I'd want the power like the guy from Unbreakable. Do you see the film Unbreakable?
Yeah, ages ago, yeah.
Yeah, with
What
Bruce
does he do?
Willis, where he would touch
Oh,
someone
yeah.
and would be like, and he would see the bad things they had done. I think I want that, but for
what
like
would you do
mind
with
read-
that though?
Call the police.
Call me, 'cause
Yeah,
I'm a
yeah.
superhero as well,
Yeah.
and I can
No,
be like,
you're not going to do anything.
what are you gonna do?
Well, I would. Well, I don't know. Like, it'd be quite stressful because then every time someone bumped into you, you'd be like, "Oh God, now I've got to deal with this murderer or whatever." You'd be like, you just
So
constantly
that's what
trying to
happened in
avoid
Unbreakable,
people.
isn't it? You
Yeah.
bump into people and be like they're about to kill someone. Yeah.
That's quite convenient.
But it's quite because
Mm.
I don't know if you've seen the Amazon series The Boys.
No,
I've seen a
Bobby
couple of
likes
episodes,
it.
Ah, it's really good. I was quite addicted to it, and I'm really disappointed that I've just finished the second series, and the third one's not started yet. But because most people, it's like half and half people there are like superheroes, and it's like superheroes in like your area,
Yeah.
and then they've got the national superheroes.
Local superheroes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea. You'd definitely be local. You're not being a national superhero. You're small time.
Fine with that. Just
Do
live my
you
life.
think? Would you charge for your services?
What, to see
Definitely.
10 minutes ahead? Yeah, I could charge loads. People would be like, which horse is coming in next? And I'd be like, that one. I can't think of anything else to do apart from see
All
which
it is
horse
is
is
to
coming
do
in
with
next.
Exactly.
Is my train going to be like, oh, maybe. I don't know.
But 10 minutes
10
anyway.
Exactly.
It's
So
not
it's
gonna
like
be
that
nothing.
is definitely a lower league superhero.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd have.
What could you do in 10 minutes?
You can't do anything like you can still get on planes without being. You can get on a plane and like you can't tell if it's going to crash, so you can enjoy your holiday. I think.
This is so stupid.
Yeah.
No, I
like-
Why
actually
not
thought
an
this-
hour or 2 hours where it could actually be useful?
Yeah, an hour would be better.
You're just
going to
make yourself stressed because you're going to be like, oh, it feels like things are going wrong, but I don't know.
All right, I'd like to have a different superpower.
Too late. No, what do you want?
You were very convicted on this one, so
Yeah.
I'd like to be able to rub any plant pot and a genie comes out with 3 wishes.
any plant pot.
Yeah.
Why don't you just have one plant pot? Never ending wishes. Why do
Yeah.
you need any plant pot?
Well,
and
actually, no,
three?
wait. If someone steals that one plant pot,
Yeah, exactly. Because I don't have to look after the plant pot. Then I want any plant pot. I'll be like, I'll get 3 wishes out. of that.
I'll break every plant pot
That's
in
right.
your area.
My
and
enemy.
then you won't have any wishes.
My enemy as a superhero will be someone who tries to destroy all the plant pots in the world. It's a good idea for a show. This
so
is someone
I don't
recording
know.
this?
pollution. Your enemy would be pollution.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
So specific. Why not plant? Why plant pot?
I just looked at
Because
one.
plants, but plants would be better because there's loads of plants everywhere. But plant pots are more specific.
Because I couldn't think of where the genie came. Was it a jug? Aladdin.
A
wasn't it?
lamp.
A
A
lamp.
lamp. Yeah, and there's no lamps about, is there, like that?
There's like we're surrounded by
Yeah,
lamps.
Yeah, but not the type of lamps they had with the olden days with the paraffin.
Well, now you just rub any modern lamp.
Which is rub a lamp.
That sounds
Yeah.
really wrong. Just
Yeah,
him in the
it's
middle
really-
of Soho, just rubbing
Just
a lamp.
rubbing a street lamp, going like, fucking just need to get home quick. I think that's a good one, actually.
I think it's good you don't have any powers.
How do you feel about that? Are
I
you
just-
emotional?
Well, no, it's about you. It's about you. So I don't want to talk about it.
Very
He's been on his own a lot.
I have had a lot of time to think.
What have
Have
you
you?
discovered?
Yeah. self-reflection.
Why are you interviewing me?
I don't know. It's all turned on you.
I've discovered. I bought a lot of knives. I bought like 5
Whoa.
knives.
Knife is too many.
And you're about to move to South London.
He's got
mate.
one.
Pocket full of fruit knives. Yeah.
No, let's
He's got 1 plate and 5 knives. It
What?
doesn't add up.
It's,
Like
it's a bowl.
1 bowl and 5 knives. The ratio's off. Something's up.
Yeah. It sounds really
She's-
weird.
Yeah.
What? Any forks?
2.
Spoons?
2 big spoons.
What about small spoons?
No small spoon.
No.
You always have to have a small spoon.
I know.
Yes.
I looked around at teaspoons a lot, and I was like, I don't like any of these.
How could?
Yeah, because they're like. Do you know what? I like a nice teaspoon. It's like I've seen nice teaspoons, and they're expensive, and I don't really want to buy.
Just get a regular teaspoon.
Nah, I don't like them.
For God's sake, Sunil.
What?
How can you not
What
like
is it? What is it
teaspoons?
about the teaspoon? Is it like the decorative bit?
I
of the
like
spoon?
those, but I'd like a nice antique teaspoon set, but they're quite expensive.
If you want to buy Sunil a Christmas present,
It's on my Amazon wish list.
That's
no-
so coy.
Yeah, I know. So yeah, no, it's just like I don't want to add stuff into my life that I don't fully really like. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
yeah, but you at least have 1 teaspoon.
It's not always about
We've all
what you
got
really
tea.
like. It's also things that you need. So like, it's not. It's just things
But you
that make
don't
your
need a
life
teaspoon.
easier.
You don't need a teaspoon. You can use a big spoon.
Yes, but it's just. It's just
What, is
things
it
that make it
people-
easier. Like you don't need shoes.
Yeah, you
Okay,
do
you
need
do
shoes
need
because your feet
shoes.
will get wet
You
and
do
cold.
need shoes. You don't need hats, but it's nice to have a hat.
It is nice to have.
So there you go. You see.
Much of a hat wearer, or I don't know what. I don't know how long we've been recording for and what we're talking about anymore. But
I'm
Um,
enjoying myself.
no,
This
I
is
know
great.
it is fun. It is fun.
It's great.
It is fun. So Sikisa, are you have more jobs than anybody I know. You have like 3 full-time jobs. How do you manage that? Because I get overwhelmed just with one.
I've always been a person that's had multiple jobs. I don't know how it's
Have you?
turned out. Yeah.
A baby with multiple jobs,
Yeah.
toddler, multiple jobs.
Yeah. Since I was 17, I've had more than 1 job always. And since
Really?
then, yeah.
What
So
were your first sort of?
my first job was working in Barrett's, the shoe shop.
Yeah.
Did you get those? Did you have that shoe measuring thing that you put your foot on and then
Oh,
it measures
mate.
the foot? I love
When it came
those
up
things.
to school time,
Yeah.
people obviously will bring in their kids to measure children's feet. Also, some people need to realize their shoe size is actually what their shoe size is. Some people try to squeeze their feet, their big old feet, into smaller size shoes
Yeah.
to make themselves feel a little bit better. I'm like,
That's
no.
what ladies do, is it? Rather than
No, it is what ladies do. I'm not gonna lie. They do.
Ladies want little dainty feet and then
Yeah.
big old
Yeah.
boobs.
Like, your feet is a size 8, babe. Just stick to a size 8. I've also got size 9s. We can also get those from the back. Okay.
I've got weird feet. I can't wear like strappy shoes because then one of my toes points out like that. Like my little toe like comes out of the side.
oh yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Yeah. Anyway, did you deal with that a lot?
No.
You didn't have to see
Never-
people's feet though, did
Yeah,
you?
we did have to see people's
Oh,
feet.
right.
Was
Especially
it
if-
stinky?
yeah, obviously if we had people who were elderly or
Stinky.
disabled,
Yes.
we had to help them. And
Yes.
when I was 17, it wasn't the thing that you wanted to do when you were 17.
No.
Seeing people's feet,
Yeah.
touching people's feet, not really the thing I really was
Yes.
really looking forward to. But then I got my second job, part time. So it's obviously working part time when I was at college and uni, working in La Senza. Don't know if you remember
Oh,
La
I
Senza.
remember La
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I know.
Senza.
I know the
Piped
Senza.
up.
I know the
Lingerie.
Senza.
Yeah, La
Yeah.
Senza. Which apparently is still going, but just not in the UK.
Yeah,
She's
I
unknown.
haven't seen
So
an
that's 2
Ascenso
failed
in ages.
businesses. Isn't
Yeah,
Barrett's
basically.
not working?
Yeah,
Two failed businesses that I worked at: Barrett's, La Senza.
Yeah.
Oh, pattern here.
Yeah. And then,
But at La Senza, did you have to measure people up as well?
yeah, we
Oh,
had
you
to,
had to measure
bras,
boobs
Yeah.
this time.
boobs. So I can basically look at someone's boob and tell them what size they are.
Oh right.
Sunil,
So, no?
what size?
40A.
Thank you. Is 40 chest measurement?
Yeah.
Yeah,
no, I'm
big chest,
44.
tiny tits.
No, it's different for bras.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
What am I?
34C.
I think I might be, you know. I don't actually really know what I am.
This is really-
I always get confused.
Have you
That's
never
actually really helpful. That's actually really helpful. I'm going to go and get some bras. Yeah, I didn't know.
But that's a life-changing thing, having like a properly fitting bra, isn't it, for women?
Yeah.
Because it's quite painful if you don't get it right.
Yes, it can be very uncomfortable. Yes.
Yeah.
Also,
So
like
that's trying to
people-
relate to women. It's nice.
Yeah.
But so
Good for
birds,
you, yeah.
when they get bras and that.
Good for you.
But I used to find it funny working in the centre, especially it was like when people used to buy their partner's stuff, they would come in and be like, didn't know what their partner's size was, and they'd be like, she looks a bit like you.
so creepy.
Literally, they look a bit like you. Maybe a slightly smaller bit.
Oh, God.
It's just like, why
What'd you
don't
do
you
with
just
that?
go into the chest or drawers and
Yeah,
find
yeah,
the
yeah.
bra?
Or would they show photos? Can you tell from a photo?
Yeah, they were like,
Yeah, yeah.
try and show us photos. I'm like, it's quite distance, babe.
Yeah.
And then they'll buy the wrong size, and then 5 days later, their missus will come in and be like, just come to exchange this. Like Christmas and Valentine's Day were always the time
Yeah.
where before people will come in and buy stuff, obviously for the occasion. Then afterwards, it would be the rush for the refunds or the
Just all these
exchanges.
lost men,
Yeah.
just like, where does this go?
Yeah. And then was at uni full time, and then still had my part time jobs, 2 of them, and then got a job at the pub, the Cavendish Arms. So I was working 3 jobs. And then when I was still had
Hang on, you at uni
at uni.
doing Barrett's, La Senza, and the Cavendish Arms.
And
Yeah.
you weren't just doing any old English lit degree like me. Like me. You weren't doing media studies. Or what did you study?
Business.
No, you didn't.
Business. I did a business degree.
Administration.
It's an MBA, but like scaled down in over 3 years.
Okay. Well,
I'm doing the same course as your sister.
she's doing a PhD.
Well, she was doing an MBA at the same place I went to.
Yeah, but she's moved ahead now.
All right.
Anyway.
How was that degree going for you?
Oh, absolutely! Don't even. I forgot for a few years what I did at uni. Like, I didn't know what degree I did because I've never used it, and I don't think
No.
no. So it's never. Yeah.
Have you used
are
your
own
English lit?
business.
Have you used your English lit?
I read often.
She actually does read a lot. I'm actually
No, I do
surprised
like
by
to
the
read,
amount
actually.
of books you get through.
Thank you. Why are you surprised?
I just wouldn't have put you down as a big reader.
I do like to read. I find it hard to concentrate sometimes. Like at the moment, it's quite hard.
That's
But
what's
when I
surprising,
go
yeah.
through a stage, then I read quite a lot.
Yeah.
Do you prefer proper books, or do you like audiobooks, or do you like the Kindle books?
All of them. So like I can't just sit and listen to an audiobook, but I like it when I'm just doing stuff. Like that's very good. And then I was really into like the Kindle books, but now I actually like a real book.
I prefer a real book.
Yeah, it's actually really nice. And we've moved to a new place. We've got lots of shelves, so I need to buy some
the
books.
dream,
Got to
isn't
fill
it?
the
Yeah.
Big
shelves.
enough
Yeah.
shelves for your books.
Yeah. Also, I was getting sore fingers from
You got a sore finger from swiping.
For swiping.
Yeah.
Thought it was like dating out. I'm like, babe,
Yeah.
you're married. Just
I've never even heard of anyone getting a sore finger from swiping. It's the easiest action. It's just waving.
I
it
know.
about.
I think it's because I keep going on Instagram, so I was getting, and then yeah, go
Okay.
back to books.
However, no, I do
Sad.
remember being on a dating app once and swiping, and it just got to a point where it's just like you can't swipe anymore. There's no more matches for you.
You
And
ran
then
out. You
The-
ran out of
completed it.
matches, and I was
Yeah.
just
Did you
like,
have to extend your range?
yeah, I
Go
did.
about 10 more miles out.
It's like annoying. It's like,
up to Scotland.
Yeah. where else can I find some dick? Ugh.
And then so what was your degree? Was it in law?
It was in law. I did a degree in law.
Oh my God.
And then, so it's 3 years at uni, full time. Then I had to do a postgraduate degree for a year. When I was doing my postgraduate degree, I did 3 jobs, volunteering at Citizen Advice Bureau and running a dance course.
What?
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 One more
What
time.
was it?
Running,
What?
so I had full time, 1 year postgraduate
Dance
degree.
course.
No, the dance
And
course.
So I ran and organised a dance.
What was the dance course?
So we just basically just fooled around and did like dance routines. Like, so I used to teach people dance routines that I learnt from music videos. Or so it's
You're
me.
making me feel so lazy. I can't do any of these things.
Why don't you set up a dance school?
Yeah, start
I should set up a
dancing.
dance school. I can't do any dance though.
Well,
What's your favourite type of dance?
Well, that movement. The chicken, the funky chicken.
No, not the chicken. Maybe like I'd say
Maybe
my
slap my
favorite.
teeth.
My favorite dance is probably like nighttime dance.
What's that?
What's nighttime dance?
What the hell's a nighttime dance?
When you dance with friends at a party, nighttime dance. Don't know. I can't do
two-step.
Zumba.
Basically, it's a
I
two-step.
can't
Yeah.
do Zumba because I can't follow it. I'm not very good
I've seen you dance.
spatially.
Yeah.
Oh no, I have seen you dance. Yeah, in Edinburgh. Yeah.
I've seen you dance. You sort of like do that a lot. And
Yeah.
That's your dance.
I've got a really good move where I like jump, so I like pull myself along. That I can do that move quite a
What
bit.
is that move?
What
do you know what that
genre
move
is
is?
that?
What genre?
I don't
Is
think
that
it
move?
has a genre. I
get
feel like
re-
you're inventing your own genre, which is
Yes,
great.
So then I
Freestyle.
should have
Freestyle.
I should
Yeah.
have freestyle. I'm a
There
freestyler
you go.
dancer,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah,
At
freestyler
nighttime.
dancer.
Yeah.
I can see it.
What was your type of dance?
So it was contemporary dance I used to enjoy
Mm.
doing, and then I used to teach. They call it commercial dance, but I just call it music video dance.
What is that dance? What's the music video? then?
Sexy
It's
dance.
basically routines that you see from like music videos, so like Beyonce,
Right.
Pussycat Dolls,
Yeah.
Sexy dance.
sexy dance.
As in like everyone doing the same sort of thing.
Yeah,
Like a group of people.
yeah,
basically
group dance.
dancing.
Yeah, so you just teach them the routine.
Yeah.
Like
Um,
line dancing kind of thing.
It's not like line
NSYNC,
dance.
Yeah, like line
yeah,
dancing.
NSYNC, 5,
NSYNC 5 Blue.
Blue. Blue didn't really have dance routines.
No, they didn't, did they?
There was
They
more
sort of,
like a
hung around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
kind of like a
Like Boyz II
sway.
Men sort of
Yeah,
like-
it's
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
like a sway.
So you're a lawyer, shoe fitter,
Shoe fitter.
lingerie bra
Bra fitter,
measurer,
yeah.
bra fitter, dancer, comedian,
What was the other one? Pub
dance
manager.
Yeah.
teacher, pub manager, volunteer. That's
But would
8
you,
things.
if was it when you started working at the Cavendish Arms?
Yeah.
Did you have any idea or think you wanted to get into comedy?
It's a
at that
pub.
point?
No.
If anyone doesn't know, it's a pub that has comedy nights that I used to host
It's
there.
where basically
We
everyone in
used to-
London
yeah.
starts. Everyone does their first 5 minutes there, basically.
Yeah, in Stockwell.
Yeah.
So you just worked there, and then the comedy nights were happening, and you thought,
Because I remember when you were like doing the sound,
Yeah.
and I remember thinking, how does she sit through this every night? Because she'd have to watch 21 acts a night, do 5 minutes, brand new
Yeah.
acts, and invariably awful.
invariably really bad. Yeah.
And I was just like, but you were picking up, you were sort of figuring it out, I guess, from that.
Yeah, so I worked behind the bar for about 5 years. And then Shirley, who owns the pub, was like, "You're slightly funny.
Yeah.
Well, you should go up and do it." And I was like, and then I remember my first time being on stage was me riffing, talking about lions for 5 minutes and how they shouldn't be kept in cages, because there was a story in the news that day that how a tiger had escaped a cage in America and ate someone. I was like, yeah, of course it would. It's a fucking lion. Yeah, or it's a tiger. Of course it will. That's what it does. It should be kept in cages.
So that was your first set?
Yeah, I was doing a big old riff about that. Like,
Oh
there was no
my
jokes
God.
that I had written down. It was just me riffing for 5 minutes.
Oh my God, I would never be able to do that
I
as my
would
first
not.
gig.
Yeah.
I'd need to know
And then-
exactly what I was saying. 'cause
And then
I'm
I
just
was
terrified.
like, oh, don't really, it's not really for me. And then I remember my first joke, which was my lemonade joke.
I love your lemonade joke.
My lemonade joke I wrote at the cav whilst I was sitting in the toilet. Yeah. So that was my first joke I ever wrote. And then, I did start doing the sound, and I was kind of like watching you lot come up, like all the massive comedians like Dane Baptiste, Tom Ward was all there, just coming through and watching them all and being like, I'm so envious and like admire you all for doing it. And then Paul Langton, who was MC on Wednesday, who was my comedy husband at the time, he's now been downgraded because he didn't do comedy anymore. Was like, you should just take it seriously, like write some jokes and do it every week. And that's what I started doing. And then
What year was that? That wasn't that long ago.
2015.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2015.
Wow.
Yeah, so
Who emceed your first show there?
the when I was riffing about lines with
Yeah.
David. Yeah, David.
Oh, was
MC,
it?
Yeah, David.
Back then.
Yeah.
David's their landlord. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Do you ever get overwhelmed having that many things going on? Or do you like it? Do you thrive in being busy? I guess you can't not thrive in being
I
busy.
love to like lockdown. I really enjoyed lockdown.
Yeah.
I know obviously it was horrendous what this year has been, but I really enjoyed lockdown because
Yeah.
it let me sleep.
Yeah.
You have to catch up on 30 years of sleep.
Let me sleep. But also like I got to do things that I enjoyed doing, like doing exercise in my house, cooking.
Yeah.
Because when I was coming straight from work to go and do a gig, all you really have is pub food or like
yeah.
takeaway, and you just getting fat. So I ended up exercising quite a lot, eating my own food, lost a stone, put it back on, but lost a stone. I just really got a chance to like sleep, enjoy time, write some material, like a sitcom, which is shit, but still wrote a sitcom.
That's a much more productive use of time than people who probably have a lot of time anyway.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I still obviously was working from home, so I still had to deal with like legal
Yeah.
stuff.
But no commuting, I guess. You're basically
No,
just like
well,
saving yourself a couple of
I
hours there.
started going back into the office at the end of April
Yeah.
because I still had to deal with like posts from the home office.
Yeah.
So I would drive into work, and that's when they stopped doing the congestion charge.
Right.
So there was no congestion charge. You just
Great. And
drive
no
through
traffic,
central London.
just-
No traffic. Just drive through central London like it was
the
nothing.
Queen.
Yeah.
Like they cleared the
I guess the
streets
60s,
for you.
yeah.
Like it would normally take me like 50 minutes to an hour to get into work by public transport, and you have to get a bus, change
I
two
hate
tubes.
changing. That's my
Yeah,
worst. I want
hated
something
it.
direct.
Whereas driving from my house, if there's no traffic and it's quite straightforward, half an hour, just
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. yeah.
The dream. I
The
like
dream.
to sit and be moved. I don't want to get up halfway. Like that is my worst bit.
yeah, having to change is annoying. But
Ugh.
obviously they've done a lot of stupid roadworks to London during lockdown. I was very passionate about that. So annoying. Oh,
New cycle lanes.
fucking. Oh,
She's really
Maybe-
angry.
maybe-
honestly.
Maybe
As
convince
of
you
hit
to
a
get a
nerve.
bike, maybe?
No,
No?
fuck that. Okay, I understand why they've put up such safety precautions within London.
Yeah.
Because obviously we have to help the cyclists get to their journey. But at the same time, fuck the cyclists. Like,
Fuck the cyclist. I think you're either a cyclist or you're a driver. There's no in between.
There's
Like
no-
drivers hate cyclists and cyclists hate drivers. And I think it's gonna only end in war.
You cycle
Yeah.
and drive.
Yeah.
Right.
yeah. So you're
that was
both.
disproved.
Yeah. So
I'm the
that's
only one
different.
that's
But those
both,
big
yeah.
metal poles they've put up in the roads.
Yeah, we've got that one. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They're annoying. And like some roads, I went to see my cousin the other day for the first time. And she's got these poles, and you can't turn left now into a road. So because the poles are in the road, you can't turn left.
Yeah.
So I've had to go all the way round to get to her, which took 15 extra minutes.
But you could cycle.
You could cycle right through
And
them.
then
You
No.
could cycle or just walk right through.
Yeah,
Like a
just
lot of my
walk.
friends also have like moved out of London.
Yeah.
They've moved because they've got kids. They've moved out of London because it's cheaper as well. So I've got a friend that lives near Gatwick,
Yeah.
and it takes me like an hour to drive. And then I realised one of her like the side roads, like shortcuts I know in London, they've all been blocked
Oh
off
yeah, they have, haven't they?
because
That's
they've
what
put these
done,
bloody
yeah.
flower
I think
pot
they've stopped
things.
them now, but they did that for a while, and
Yeah.
it was very difficult. Yeah, we had that in Tooting. It was
So you have
bad.
to go through the
Sorry.
main road, which is obviously causing more traffic. But I'm just like, London, can we just
It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
sort it out?
It's not.
It's the same with like, I think like tourism. Like
Yeah.
when you have like tourists on like the tube and they're just walking really slowly, or like in Oxford Street, you're just like, move. We've got
Yeah,
places
yeah,
to go.
Yeah.
Free jobs, get out the
Yeah.
way. We're
Yeah.
not on holiday here.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So
Are you? So I think you might be more of a Sunil that you just deal with life and don't get. Do you get overwhelmed?
I do get overwhelmed. I started seeing a therapist this year because I realised I had anxiety issues. Sad time.
Does it help?
The therapy. Yeah, she's very much like, I enjoy her. I don't know why I say it like that.
I enjoy her.
I enjoy her. No, I enjoy speaking to her. She's kind of like one of the. She's like my best friend keeps saying to me, "Why am I paying a therapist when I could speak to her?" You don't want to offload on your friends. I realize that where they get to a point where they just hate you. I don't want to do that to you, best friend. You're my wife. We can't do that. And she was like, no. But I was speaking to this woman. She's very rational. And she's like, why are you so down on yourself on certain things where you... Because like you said, I've got 3 jobs and I say these things to people and I'm just like, I just do this. I'm a lawyer.
It's very impressive.
Yeah, people are like,
lawyer.
do you know
very
who you are?
impressive.
Right?
Yeah.
But I'm not one of those people that's like, I do this, and this, and this, and this.
Do you want me to text you every day?
No,
Just
please
be
don't.
like, this is actually very impressive.
Yeah,
what you're
no,
doing.
but for me, it's just like how I've lived life where other people are just like, I can't believe you're a lawyer and you do comedy and you do cabaret and a dancer. And it's just like, yeah. I'm just kind of like, yeah, let's just
you need to
hustle.
give yourself some credit.
Yeah.
because I think if you were always like, look how amazing I am for doing this, and this,
If you were like,
you would never have got to the point where you were doing
Yeah.
those things.
Yeah.
You just do them because you.
Oh
do
no, there's
'em.
people that are like that though.
I know, but like you,
I'd
who
love
do
to
like
be
who
like
do like
that.
all these jobs
And they're just really happy with themselves.
No,
And they're
but
just
there's
like,
people, especially people that, especially that we know, like on the circuit, that are just like, I'm the shit.
Like,
Name names. Name names for the camera.
Sunil Patel. yeah.
No, but you know, there are people that just like,
Famously,
yeah, that are just like, I'm the shit, and I'm doing this, or
But then,
I know how to do this. I can sell it to you, and you're just like, but you're
but
not
then
even.
if you, as we all know them, we know it's bullshit.
They're actually very insecure underneath.
Yeah, we know that though.
Yeah.
don't we?
Yes.
It's
Better
just
to
like,
be open.
What?
I don't know. I
Well,
was just-
never be
I was-
open.
What are we open about? What are we opening?
I know what you mean though. Yeah, it's
do you
yeah.
Oh, sorry, what were you saying?
No, go on.
Do you cry? Because I cry all the time about the stupidest, embarrassing things, and then Sunil hasn't cried since he tripped over a dog.
No, I watched Creed 2.
Oh, he cried actually
Oh, really?
twice
Creed
in his life.
2?
Also
Yeah,
watching Creed
so-
2.
What part?
I can't really remember it now. His dad died or something, and he's remembering it or something. No, when he won at the end. Something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah. Or Creed 1.
I think you should
One
have
of
taken
those.
it
It's
in
quite-
more. It was
yeah.
quite a big thing for you to cry at it.
Did you cry at Endgame?
I haven't seen it.
Mic drop. Sikisa just dropped her mic.
I've not seen Avengers Endgame.
What is Endgame?
Avengers. No, superhero
Oh, she
films.
just dropped the mic for a second time.
Like basically, we're the worst people to talk to about superhero
Yeah, I don't
films.
know about superheroes.
What?
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah. It's like
I've
so
seen
many people.
Spider-Man. Sorry.
Which one?
Carry on.
Which one?
I don't know.
Okay, there
The
we
one
go.
where they kiss upside down.
The one with
Well, that was like 15 years ago.
Tobey
I saw it. I
Maguire.
saw it.
Whatever happened to Tobey Maguire?
Oh yeah.
Got shit rolls, unfortunately.
Yeah,
So what? We need to watch Avengers.
we need.
Well, there's no point because you haven't seen any of the 10 years
I've
of
seen
the legacy.
Thor.
Of course, you've seen Thor.
That's a funny one.
Wait. Which Thor? One,
The
2,
one
or
that-
3?
The funny one.
That would be 3.
Yeah.
No, I saw Wonder Woman. Is she an Avenger?
No. Wrong enterprise. She
Keep
is
going, keep going, I know
DC.
we have more.
Black Panther.
Yeah, well done. Well done.
Yes, I have seen Avengers.
Don't say Batman.
Not Batman.
No.
What about
Not Batman.
Superman?
No,
Different
that's
world.
still DC.
What about Catwoman?
You know what? I'm actually quite proud that you watched Black Panther because, you know, Wakanda Forever.
I loved it.
Can I just say one thing, though? I
Yeah.
went to see Black Panther. Me and my dad, big comic book fans, we always go to see the big releases at
IMAX.
IMAX.
Mm.
Yeah.
Cinema.
Yeah, in Waterloo.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, the IMAX in cinema. Yeah.
And like 2 months before, or like 6 months before release of Black Panther was Thor 3. Went
Yeah.
to go see that at IMAX. And then when we went to go see Black Panther,
There's 3 Thors.
there's going to be 4.
4 Thors.
They're good.
Wait, is it going to be called
Thor
Thor 4?
Thor 4.
I don't know about that. That's mad. I didn't even know there was Thor 1.
Oh, Jesus.
Sikisa's like really ashamed of me. I feel like
She's
I've
really
let her
upset,
down.
Chris
yeah.
Hemsworth
really upset
is like sexy as hell.
I
isn't
think
it?
he's very lovely.
Yeah.
Which is the
Yes,
one that
and
hunts?
his brothers.
Pratt.
Pratt.
Platt.
Which
Chris
one's
Pratt.
he? Who's he? He's Captain America. No,
No.
that's Hemsworth.
Hemsworth. No,
Parks and
no.
Recreation.
Oh, God. Hemsworth is Thor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chris Pratt is from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yes.
Okay.
I have seen that.
Yeah.
That's
The
good.
first one.
Yeah, that's good. But
With
we
the
went to go
tree.
see Black Panther, and obviously because it was obviously a big first film that
Yeah.
featured a black cast, there was going to be black people there that maybe not associated with Marvel cinema, so they decided to stop and search everyone in the cinema.
Are you serious?
I'm not even lying. I'm not, and we were like,
What cinema
In the
was
cinema?
it?
IMAX.
In the cinema.
There
or
was
has he come in?
a security guard. You know when you go in, you get your tickets, and you go up
Yeah.
the stairs.
Yeah.
There was a security guard checking everyone, and I was like, "Why are you suddenly checking everyone?"
That's never
For this-
happened when I've been to the cinema
Yeah,
before.
I was like, "We've been here 3 weeks ago," and they were like, they initially said, "Are we doing it because of security reasons, because of terrorist stuff that had happened recently?"
Right.
But we were like, "We were here 3 weeks ago. Terrorist stuff was 5 weeks ago. Why are you doing it now?"
Amazing.
It just happens to be a suddenly coincidence that suddenly all the black people.
What a weird coincidence.
Yes. But the more black people are coming into your cinema, that you are suddenly going to stop and search everyone.
Oh
Amazing.
my god, that's fucked up.
So I tweeted about it as well. So
Yeah, good.
got a tweet about that. So yeah, it was weird. But you need to.
Okay.
I feel like you should. I think maybe over Christmas,
I
just
don't want
go
to let you
through-
down. I'm going
Yeah,
to do
just-
it.
just-
Yeah, I'm gonna
watch
do it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Marvel.
do
I'm going to do it.
Just watch the Marvel films from Iron Man up until
yeah,
Endgame.
Yeah. I think I saw Iron Man.
it. Iron
with,
Man's good.
Yeah, Iron Man's very
Yeah.
good. It's the first one. So watch it from Iron Man all the way up.
But I find it quite boring when they're fighting. Is there any without fighting?
That's the bit they're all working up to.
I like it when
That's the
they're
bit the
just.
whole film's heading towards
Yeah,
a fight.
So
I'm
you
not
prefer
gonna-
romantic comedies?
I don't like tension. Yeah, is there a more romantic comedy?
But every film is
Marvel
tension.
film?
Any drama is
I
tension.
don't like it. It makes me feel uncomfortable. I
Why
don't
do you watch
like.
a fireplace for 3 hours?
I don't have a.
Norwegian
fireplace.
Train Journeys on Netflix.
What?
6 hours of watching a
No,
train.
I don't like to be bored,
Okay.
but I don't want to be
Tense.
unsettled and tense. I want to watch something where everyone's having a nice time.
Any
What
suggestions from the Marvel
film-
universe?
What Marvel film do you recommend?
Where everyone's having a nice time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When they're not trying to save the world.
Yeah.
Well, they can save the world, but like we all just know it's going to be fine, and there's no. And
Oh,
I
then
don't
don't
like
watch
it,
Endgame.
violence. I don't want violence.
You don't want violence in
No.
a superhero
I realize I don't like
film.
violence. Why am I watching it? I'm not. I don't like it. No violence. Everyone's having a nice time.
I don't know.
Some kissing.
You're dealing with this.
Kissing. Is there any with kissing?
Is this why you enjoyed Spider-Man?
I think. Well, that's the only thing I seem to remember from that film when they kiss upside down.
Mm.
It was really fun. Have you ever
Look
kissed
at
anyone
Sinead.
upside down? Have you ever kissed anyone upside down?
No.
No, me neither.
I feel like you and Bobby should recreate it.
I feel like we should.
Which one's
Oh my
Spider-Man?
god, this is what you should do.
I'm
This
Spider-Man.
is your new show. You and Bobby recreate the
All-
romantic scene from movies.
Yes.
All the
Yes.
Avengers movies.
I'm voting for this to happen. Please vote with me. I've created the show.
We've got a show.
You have
We're
to
doing
buy all the
it.
costumes
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
recreate it.
Oh my god, I can't.
So like
wait.
Notebook.
Yeah.
Oh no, I
That's
thought you
in the
meant just the.
rain.
I thought you
Yeah.
meant just
I
the
don't
Marvel
know if he'll be able to
films.
lift me though.
I thought you meant from all the Marvel films.
No, scrap that. I feel-
Just
Every
all
kiss from the
films.
Marvel films
No.
recreated by Bobby and Harriet.
No.
You
Notebook.
What we do every show is we I tell a sad story and we to try and make you guys feel something. Do you want to hear a sad story?
Is it a funny sad story?
No, it's like the point is to try and make you be emotional.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay.
They're
Have
really
I done
bad.
have I done this before? I don't think so. Right. Okay. A lonely man is forced to give up honking pet geese after noise complaints.
Wait, you said it wasn't funny.
Yeah.
It's not funny. Look how much he loves his geese. This is him with his geese.
This just sounds like a
This
story
is
from
him with his
Barbados.
geese.
It's not sad.
Sven Kirby with his pet geese Norbert and Beep Beep, a lonely bachelor who bought 2 pet geese after his girlfriend broke up with him during lockdown has been told to get rid of them because they are too loud. He has been threatened with a fine of up to £5,000. The birds named Beep Beep and Norbert were bought for £40 each in June and have become Sven's
40
close
quid each, that's not
companions.
bad.
That's not
Yeah.
bad for geese.
It's cheaper
Not
to get a
bad.
dead, more expensive to get a dead one.
He lets them waddle freely around the house wearing nappies and often takes them for
Oh,
walks in the
gross.
local area. The threesome, that seems unnecessary, made headlines earlier in the year when they took a trip to the local pub for a drink. But now Sven faces the heartbreaking prospect of having to let them go after receiving an abatement notice. Oh my God, they've got
Maybe you can help
28
with
days.
this.
I love.
Can you stop this man
help
losing
Sven?
his pet geese?
Oh my God, they only have 28 days, and this is from the 20th of November.
Well, they've
Oh my
Still
God,
time.
you've got to save the geese. Quick,
Yeah, I don't do
Lisa.
that type of law. So,
Why is there no goose law experts?
no. Number one, you said it wasn't going to be funny.
Well,
It's not funny.
It's
Look
supposed
at
to
him.
be
This
sad.
is him taking his
You-
geese for a walk. This
you
is
go
him
and beat
cuddling
me.
his
that's
geese.
funny though. They've written that story because they know it's funny.
It's
No,
funny.
they're trying to help him because he doesn't. He's lost his girlfriend and now he's going to lose Norbert and beep beep.
This is a good time to get rid of
Maybe
geese, though.
if he had got rid of the geese, he wouldn't have lost his girlfriend.
He got the geese after his girlfriend
Oh,
left him.
okay.
He's making a good point here. Just because they're geese does not mean they don't have the same standing in my house as a cat or a dog might in others. I'm sure that if they have to go, then they will suffer separation anxiety.
No, but I'm saying now is you get a good price for geese at this time of year because people want to eat
Oh
them.
my God, do you think they should? Oh no. This is him at the pub. They said the threesome at the pub, which
He's got his hands
seems
round the
unnecessary.
goose's neck.
They're all sitting on the seat together.
What did they order?
He's ordered
He's
one
got a pint and he hasn't. Maybe they will share it.
Maybe that's why the geese don't want to be with him anymore.
The geese want to be with him. They all love each other. They're in a threesome
Harriet, why do you
together.
project these emotions onto animals?
He's really
Yeah, animals. I
sad.
don't feel like animals have the same thoughts and feelings ultimately the same way humans do.
What have you done?
Why would you say that?
How about open up a box?
I can't believe you just said that.
How about open up a box?
They
Oh, shit.
do. They absolutely do. Don't put your head in your hands
I'm
again.
sorry.
They do. Do you have any pets?
No.
Obviously.
You need to get yourself 2 pet geese and do a song going.
Beep beep.
What in my 2-bedroom flat in Stockwell with the indoor sauna?
Get your
love
dad to get some
saunas.
geese. Try and
That's
convince
what's
your dad
next.
to get some pet
No.
Your
geese.
dad needs to get some geese.
If my dad got some geese, he's cooking them for Christmas. That's what's happening. That's what's happening. I don't have any. So you're talking about emotions. I realized actually when I was on the way here that I was scared about one thing
Yeah.
when I was growing up. Do you know the show Catchphrase?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. Chip. I'm not lying. When I was younger, I would be scared of Mr. Chip and pull the sofa away and hide behind the sofa.
Of all the things.
I
That's all
know.
the things to be scared of.
I literally
actually
was.
loved
I'm not
Mr.
even
Chip.
lying. I think up until I was like 10, maybe. I was like,
Wow, that is
What was it about Mr. Chip?
he's weird and scary.
sinister.
Yeah, he looks
He
sinister.
moved weird, didn't he? All pixelated.
Yeah, he was weird. He looks nicer now because
Does
obviously
he?
he's a bit
Has
more
he got
modern.
a makeover?
Yeah, he's got makeup. He looks a bit modern, but like back in the day, just
Creepy Mr. Chip.
Like old, like back in the day, whenever they did any like animations, they were always creepy.
they looked weird. Didn't
Remember all the stop motion animation is just creepy anyway. But then, like, yeah, nowadays, yeah, much more.
But I remember being
Yeah.
proper scared and like crying over the fact. I was like, it's gonna get me. No.
And yet, your parents continue to watch Catchphrase.
Well, actually, I'm not even. I haven't watched the show, so my mum doesn't really watch like
Yeah.
Saturday night TV properly, apart from like Strictly and X Factor. And I was never really home for the last 10 years to watch it. But we don't really watch that show until about 2 months ago,
Yeah,
and I was like, oh, he looks different. It's
and
cool.
all the memories start flooding back.
Yeah, well, every time it comes on or it's in the background, I'm like, what's the chip?
Found your weakness.
Yeah.
So if we got hold of Mr. Chip now,
Well, he
You'd be
looks
fine, but
better
we got-
now.
If Mr. Chip was going to walk through that door right now, how would you react?
I'd be like, no, I do not want to reveal a catchphrase. No, I do not want to remove a screen. No.
Sikisa, thank you so much. How can people find you on social media, or do you have anything coming up? I mean, live comedy is probably going to be stopped again soon.
got a
Yeah.
month of it maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This, I think, will be out in time of our gig. I think
Yeah?
this episode will be out. Yeah. The gig is on the... Yeah, it's coming out on the 8th.
Well, if that is the case, you may follow me on social media, which is Sikisa Comedy on Instagram, or Twix Comedy, which is like the chocolate spelt. Don't ask. Don't ask. But I'm running a charity show because I work for a women's charity called Stand Up for Women. Harriet is in it. Come and watch it. It's at on the 15th at 7:45 at the Phoenix Arts Club. Tickets are on sale. It's all to raise money for Solace Women's Aid.
I'm excited.
I'm excited. It's going to be great.
It's going to be great.
The lineup's banging. Rosie
yeah, it
Jones
is
in it.
Very
Fern
good
Brady's
lineup.
in it. Maria Shahata's in it. Sarah Mills is in it. Mary O'Connell and me.
Brilliant.
Thank you so
Sorry,
much.
Sunil, didn't ask
Did
you.
you want to say something?
Didn't get invited to the gig.
No. You don't stand up for women.
Oh, shit.
You stand down for women. That's what you do. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Goodbye.